welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about The Day Shift. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, why are you talking about The Day Shift? This doesn't seem like your kind of movie. It's a comedy movie with Jamie Foxx. I mean, what is there to say? I like Jamie Foxx. I need to see this. Honestly, didn't know this movie existed either until I saw it in the Bullet Train trailers. And I'm like, that looks bad enough that I need to watch it. So I watched it. And honestly, I'm going to be upfront and honest, I was surprised. I thought this was a great movie, actually. Where I don't know anybody who really helped make this. I mean, some basic info is directed by J.J. Perry. Screenplay by Tyler Tice and Shay Hatton. And story by Tyler Tice. I would say this movie looked like it was going to be garbage. Absolute trash. So, it went from trash that I thought it was going to be, which was, let's be honest, it looked like trash. It looks terrible. You know it when you're going in. But this movie surprised me. I'm on the fence. I'm giving it an FA. But I want to give it an FAR to an extent. But I feel like I can't do that for my just integrity, per se. What integrity I have, at least. So, let's start talking about it a little bit. The cast and the characters here are amazing. You got Jamie Foxx as Bud Jablonski. You got Dave Franco as Seth. And you got Snoop Dogg as Big John Elliott. And the reason I don't really go into too much about it, because it kind of goes in here into the plot. So let's start talking about that plot, because the cast is great. Though it is really Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco. Snoop Dogg, let's be honest, Snoop Dogg isn't really an actor. He just plays himself, pretty much. This time he played himself with a cowboy hat. But the plot here is Bud is a pool cleaner. It is a front. He is not actually a pool cleaner. He is a vampire hunter, killer kind of guy. So, it's a front for vampire hunting, and his wife and kid think he's a pool cleaner. Obviously, he's not a pool cleaner. He does not clean the pool. Well, he technically cleans a little bit of pools, and then he kills vampires. So, it's kind of a cool idea. A little different there. Well, then he ends up, trying to get back in. He's trying to make money because his wife is going to leave him with his daughter. They're going to move to Florida. This is LA that this takes place. So his wife's going to leave him, take his daughter with. So he starts trying to make extra money. Well, he can't make extra money because he's not in the vampire hunting union, I guess they would say it is. So he calls on his favor from Snoop Dogg. He's like, hey, can I get a favor, bro? And they go, I'm picking at the desk because it looks like there's a chunk missing for some reason. There's not, but it looks like it. So Snoop Dogg tries to help him here get back into the union. He gets back into the union, but he's on probation. So he needs a man to follow him around, and that happens to be Dave Franco's Seth. So I thought it was kind of a cool idea. I really like the idea of the fact that, well, it's a front for vampire hunting. And while he's hunting the vampires, they give him this guy who's never been out in the field. It's an odd dog story, once again, as, generic as those are. It's an odd dog story. But I thought the part that was kind of cool and made it different is the fact that, while the new guy tries to help and does help a little bit, it's not like he gets good at it suddenly. It's he becomes a vampire, and Jamie Foxx says, I won't kill you as long as you don't bite me. And he's like, yeah, that's fair. Pretty much is what happens. In the end, he gets the money, saves the day, and his wife and kids stay there. So it's a pretty generic plot, but the acting is what gets you. Once again, Jamie Foxx, in everything he's in for the most part, is amazing. He doesn't really phone it in. Then Dave Franco is James Franco's younger brother, but I would say in some cases better than James Franco. And when it comes to this, I'd say he's a much better fit than James Franco. Snoop Dogg just plays Snoop Dogg once again, so there's nothing wrong with that. I can deal with a Snoop Dogg playing Snoop Dogg. So, what did you think of this movie? Tell me in the comments below. I'm going to give it an FA just because I want to almost push it to an FAR, but I feel like this idea was bad enough. I hope they make a sequel, honestly. As dumb as that sounds. I like the idea of this being maybe a franchise of some sort, so we'll see what happens. Once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.